Hey guys, we're back with another sketchbook tour, and I don't even know if you guys are enjoying these sketchbook tours, but I like making sketchbook tours, so that's why there's so many of them. This time I'm gonna try and be brief because the last couple of ones, they went kind of long, so yeah. Well, let's just get into it, I guess. So this is the fourth sketchbook that I've completed so far. I have sketchbook tours for the first one and the third one, which was the last one I completed, and I haven't done one for the second one, but let me know if you guys want to see that one. I don't think the art in there is very good, but yeah. So I copied some people and I made some goals for this sketchbook. So the first one was like scenes with multiple people, comics, full bodies, feet, hands, my OCs in color, old sketchbook redraws, and lighting studies. And I only did the ones that are checked off. Ignore that bodies is spelled like that. I spelled it wrong by accident. Yeah, this is the fastest I've completed a sketchbook. It only took me like 6 months, which is really good. So the first page, I got my friend, and she kind of looks like Buddha from that comic with Jesus and Buddha. I don't know if you guys know what it is, but yeah, I drew this from a picture that she sent me, and I don't know, this hand is a little bit off. I think the thumb is wrong somehow, but this one looks pretty good. But yeah, I think I messed it up a little bit because it didn't look like that in the original photo. Then I drew this one at my placement with markers. It turned out pretty good. I like how the colors contrast. These are some I just glued some tickets from the raffles that I lost on there. At this beginning of this sketchbook, I was having so bad art block, so these are like just really bad sketches. Yeah. Oh brother, they look so bad. I went to the mall and I was waiting for my friend, so I sketched the area we were in because I was in the furniture section of the store, and yeah. And these girls kept coming to chat, and the worker kept trying to kick them out. Then I drew some fashion stuff, which is the clothing that I have, I think. Or I don't know, some random things. Another random guy. Then I used my colored fine liners and I drew my OC. This is before I realized I had been drawing him wrong. But this one's actually pretty accurate. The reference photo I used was my sister looking through my window from outside. These are some people from a game I play. Psyche K, random. We were having I think, was it a Christmas party or a games night or something at church? So I drew the people who are playing cards. This side profile actually is really good. This was a Pinterest reference. My friend drew this one. She's really good at art. And this is also a Pinterest reference I did for our practice. This is the birth of my OC out, and I drew him in one of the other books. Not the other books, in one of the other videos. And yeah, you're gonna see a lot more of him in the sketchbook because I got a little bit obsessed. This is a random mouth I drew with acrylic markers. I was testing the alcohol markers. This is K-Dash from King of Fighters. I don't know, I thought he was I thought he was cool, so I just drew him. Yeah. My marker was so dry, so I had to... making the leather effect was kind of easy because the marker was dry. Oh shoot, this thing is ungluing itself. So this one... I filled the background with lyrics from this song. What is it called? Loadin by Blase and Lil Cherry. I don't know if you guys can read it, but I picked the worst part to do it because there was so much repetition. This was killing me. So this is my OC Absinthe again. I drew it in class, so something's wrong with it, you know. And this was just a random girl that I drew in class as well, and I glued them in here just to keep them in here. Oh my gosh, the pencil rubbed over here. This is 2D as L. He's been doing L's pose, and he looks kind of scary because I didn't color his eyes. This is Ugly Sonic. Hand practice with no references. A scary looking guy. Me, random lyrics, my OCs talking. This is Absinthe, and this is his best friend Carson. He said, "Bro, do you like my sweater?" And he's wearing the Ugly Sonic Christmas sweater, and Carson's like, "Hell nah," because it's so ugly. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I had that sweater, but there's only one of them. So this is. I was trying to get a new art style. And yeah, I kind of hate these drawings now that I'm looking back, but I thought they were so good when I first did them. This, I thought it was a real person, but it was actually an AI person from Pinterest. This is Damon Albarn. He's the guy, the only human in Gorillas, technically. This is Yeonjun, and these are just like DIY stickers I made with acrylic markers. This is supposed to be Nick Wilde from Zootopia if he was human, but this is a really bad, ugly version. I drew it at my friend's house while we were watching Zootopia, but it was really dark. This is my original OC, Akira, and I redrew this. Oh my gosh, I drew him from how he looked in my old sketchbook, but this is not the pose he was doing. I just drew him like that, and I just did it like in my style now, I guess. But this is actually my old art style still, because in this sketchbook I changed art styles like so many times. I drew this one with no reference, but it turned out pretty good. Here's Out again, but I accidentally whitewashed him this time. Although this is kind of more like his canon skin now, I guess. Yeah, but it turned out kind of interesting. But he looks so scary. Oh my gosh, I drew it in pen and I put the tape on top, but the tape literally I don't know, it bled or something. But yeah, this is a random sketch. Yeah, more random. I'm not gonna show what's under here, but this picture on top is I was at church and I just drew the scenery. Absinthe again, but if he was like college AU, I guess. College version. More hand practice with no reference. I usually just do that to fill the spaces. This was New Year's Day, and I was so bored when I was at church for the New Year's service, so I drew all of these. These are just random things. This is Absinthe. This is my persona. This is, I don't know, it's a random, but it kind of looks like Songhua from ATEEZ. And this is a perspective of me drawing. This was Aud's information. So his name is Aud Chinna. He has fire powers and he's Irish, and like, I don't know. If the quality is good enough, you guys can pause to read this. But yeah, these are like his outfits. And I think I made one more outfit for him. But yeah, these are like his basic outfits for like winter outfit, like summer outfit, like fall outfit-ish, I guess. But I think I draw this one the most because of the shirt is the easiest. And actually this one too, but yeah. This is just like a random page. So this was my sim. My sim I made on Sims 4, and he looked kind of good, so I wanted to draw him, and I thought it was so good at first, but I drew it like at an angle like this. So he looks so, his face is too long. But the shading is kind of cool. This is Jojo McDowd. He's that emo Who from Horton Hears a Who, and I drew him because I bought a sweater and it kind of looked like his, and I kind of started looking like him, so I drew him in my style. This is Leon Kennedy, of course. But yeah, this picture doesn't really look like him because I used like a different reference for the pose, and I tried to do his like side profile, but I'm so bad at this like 3/4 side profile angle. And this, I'm so happy with it. This is Wallace from Scott Pilgrim. I got into like a mini Scott Pilgrim thing, and I watched the movie and the whole anime in like one night. So I wanted to draw him because he's my favorite. Wallace was mentioned. Actually, we have the same hair now. Actually, I'm so happy about that. These are my outfits. I was getting these. I bought these boots on Facebook Marketplace, and I was like, what should I wear with them? So I decided to draw somebody wearing my new boots with outfits, and the best person I could think of was my Sona, so I drew him in my outfits. And yeah, I made him wear a skirt. Don't comment about that. But yeah, these are my real clothes. Oh brother, this is so ugly. I didn't even finish it because it was looking so ugly. I don't think I used a reference for it. Then this, I don't know, suspicious thing I drew on top, and this I Toji Toji from JJK. Yeah, this was one person on the Discord server I'm in said her friend wanted somebody to draw him, and I said I'll draw him. So I drew him, and apparently he was very happy. But yeah, I don't even know who this guy is. I never met him. This is Psyche, like a pencil sketch version. This is a random that I drew, but it turned out kind of good. But I don't know. If you see any glare, I'm sorry. It's because I put tape on top of some things to stop them from smudging in the other page. Or yeah. This one I drew these in class. I don't know. Yeah, it looks really bad. This one actually, yeah. I was trying to draw girls because it's so hard to draw girls sometimes. You know, just mouths. I feel like whenever I draw mouths, they look better on their own. They never look good in something. I don't know. Then there's a mini comic here, which is like my OCs. I was thinking to draw this comic, but yeah, I don't know. You can pause and look at it closer. But basically, he wants to sit beside her, and she keeps moving over chairs, and then until he literally picks up the chair in between and just drags her chair closer to him. Okay, so I got the alcohol markers, and I was like, I never used these, so I better try and use them. So I drew this with it, and yeah, it's kind of questionable. This is my friend. I drew him when we were waiting for our other friends in the library, and he was making this weird face, so I said, hold that pose. This is Psyche again, but I drew it with acrylic markers, and I actually kind of like this one. Because I bought some new acrylic markers from Temu, and they were kind of better than the ones I bought on Amazon. But yeah, I'm mad because the red one dried out. This is Leon again. Freaky Leon. Wait, this is probably the best picture I drew of him so far. Oh wait, which page is first? I think this one's first. Then I drew my two friends when we were at church. It doesn't really look like them. I drew these birds to cover up the bleed through from the alcohol marker on the other side. And this is a mini comic again of Absinthe and Palinka, and she's like obsessed with him. So he was like, I said stop, and she's like, what? But I like you. And he's like, and I don't. And she's like, no. Yeah, this is before well, I'm not gonna spoil what happens in my story, but yeah, at this point in the story, he hates her. And yeah, I don't know, the marker from the other side bled through, so there's this like yellow it literally is, oh my god, I don't know why. It's not even yellow, it's brown, so I don't know why it bled through. But yeah, this is out again, and wow, this picture, it was really a trust the process because I have no idea how to use alcohol markers, but somehow I managed to create this. And yeah, but the background is acrylic markers because I reached my limit. On the back of this one, it was just some random, I drew these before, but I regret it because the pen was kind of bleeding with the alcohol marker. This is Absinthe again, if you can see him. And yeah, I was just practicing drawing all sorts of stuff. This page was gonna be like a meme page, so I did like a thumbnail for a different meme here, but I didn't end up drawing it because I didn't know who to put. But this one, it was like some guy shooting the Cupid's arrow at some other guys while they're peeing. So I did Absent here, Carson here, and Rocky here. Then I did some like, there's Rocky again, and Palinka blowing kisses to Absent, and I don't know, there's like a chat or something. Oh my gosh, I think this page is like one of my favorite pages in the whole book. Oh my god, it was me and my brother, we were watching Cars 3 or Cars 2. I think it was Cars 3. And I think it was Cars 3 because he said, I'm not finished yet. And so I drew him, and yeah, it turned out so good. It took me so long to do it, but I even showed my teacher at school, and he said, I think you've perfected this style. And I was like, hell yeah. But it could use some improvement, but it looks pretty good in my opinion. I'm especially proud of the Cars logo because it was really hard to draw. Then I got obsessed with Absent for a little bit because I forgot how to draw him. And so I drew him so many times. And so this is like Absent multiverse. Absent Inception. Abception. And they're talking. And he's like, Grandma's boy. And he's like, where's his blue-eyed stare? Absent if he grew out his hair. Then it's like, this is his... like, when he's home, he doesn't put on that silly smile because he's just chilling. And then he's like, scream, Absent. He's like, I'm scared. Who are all these imposters? And then the other Absent is like, we're all absent, buddy. This is like a buff version, real version, but based on the original drawing I did. Yeah, Abception for real. Then me and my friends were watching JJK in the mall, and I tried to draw Danami because but with no reference because he wasn't even in that episode. Then my friend drew this Bruno Mars, and wow, it was so good. I had to laminate it to keep it good. She's too good at art. It was the same one that drew the other thing. Flowers, I think she drew those. Then I was doing my anatomy video, which you guys should watch it. It's in my shorts. Or I don't know if you guys want me to do like an extended anatomy drawing video, but yeah, so I drew that for the video. I drew this for the video. I was just filling up the page here, so I drew Leon and Ada and my book, Alcohol is a Chemical Substance. But yeah, I actually don't have a cover for it yet because I'm still writing it. Oh my god. Okay, this is really ugly Absent, but he's wearing the Adidas Chinese New Year jacket from this year's Chinese New Year release. I really want that jacket, so I drew Absent wearing it. Then I was exploring this new art style, I guess, because it turned out really good. And so I drew this, and then I drew another one in that art style, which is this one. And I think they look really cute. Well, I wish I could do that art style again. I couldn't really figure out how to recreate it after I drew these. I don't know why. Then I did this mini comic again, and it's called Baby Karma. And so the guy's like, shut up to the baby, and the baby's like, wah. And he's like, I said, and he picks up the baby, shut up, and he kicks the baby, and the baby's like, wah. And then he's like, phew. And then the baby comes back and bites him on the butt, and he's like, ah, what the hell? And the baby's like, chomp, and he's like, okay, you win. And he's holding his butt and running away, and the baby's like, wah. I don't know, I thought it was funny. So the girl who sits beside me in class, she does a little bit of art too. So I said, let's draw the same character like in both of our styles, because we were bored in class instead of taking notes. So she drew this girl first, and then I drew her in my style, and then I drew Absent, and she drew him in her style. Her style is really like round and cute compared to mine. So here's Absent again, but he's kind of giving a weird look in this one, and I think it's because I did his eyes wrong, first of all, and his ears were too big, and yeah, and his nose was not pointing enough. There was many things wrong with this photo, so I hate it. But it doesn't look that bad if it wasn't him. Then this is me crashing out because I've tried to draw Absent, but he fails again. This is like Yossified, I guess. Somebody asked me to draw them a profile picture, so I drew this, but they never used it. Rip. Absent again. This is kind of like yeah, this is closer to how he actually looks like. But I still don't like this picture because I messed up the anatomy. And this is Palinka. This is the only colored version of her I had. I actually never drew her properly before that, so yeah, this is what she looks like. And this is Ria's bike. It's kind of musty. And I don't know how to draw bikes, so don't kill me for that. I drew this for trying watercolors for the first time, and a lot of people actually liked that video. I don't know why. I ruined my lining pens from this, so I had to buy a new pack, but I'm really glad I did because ended up needing them after that. But yeah, this is a really ugly girl. Okay, then here's another another comic, and to be honest, I don't even know why I thought it was funny, but if you really want, you can pause and read it if you can. Okay, so I also did this one for a challenge, which I think the video is also my shorts, but it was supposed to be drawing everything that Pinterest recommends you. So I drew the first one that came up. It was like a guy doing 4 different faces on it, and I don't know if you've seen those kind of pictures on Pinterest before, but yeah, so I had to draw all 4 of these faces. Then the next one was this one, and so I put it in the middle because I thought it would be cool if it was in the middle, and the hands were so hard to draw. And then I got this one, which is Pharrell Williams and Britney Spears, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, she got that blue-eyed stare. And it was a magazine cover, so I just did it like this so it would go better with the whole page. Then I got this one, and I was like, oh no, it's starting to get even more sus because these guys were already kind of naked. And then the last one I got was these guys kissing, and their friend was beside them, and he was like, oh my gosh. So I did it like this so that it would all fit, but yeah, it kind of works together, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't really like this page. It's too sus. So this is Aud, and he's taking a bath in gasoline, and I'm really upset because the original sketch I did for this picture was so much better than than how he looks in the final one. But I actually changed his face design after this because I was like, why is he slowly getting uglier? And yeah, I know he's crazy, but he doesn't have to be ugly too. Then this is supposed to be Death the Kid in like that airbrushed art style that I showed before, and I used my sketching pencils because like I literally never used them. Yeah, it was really hard, and I couldn't get the pose right, so I had to take a reference picture of myself. So the hand looks kind of odd, but that's how my hand looks like, so don't judge too much. But yeah, Death the Kid is one of my favorite characters, probably. I don't know, he's just funny. Then I drew this one while I was doing modules at work, and yeah, I don't know, it looks kind of cute. And I drew somebody's OC from the Discord server. I drew somebody else's OC here, and this is random that I drew at school, and this one is also my friend's OC. And these guys are all my friends actually, but yeah, I drew their OC. This one doesn't look as good, but this I drew my friends' OCs together because yeah, and I actually really like this picture. They both look really good. The tattoos were so hard to draw, but yeah, it was worth it. I don't know how I did this without a pose reference because I was bad at drawing bodies at this time, but yeah. This it was supposed to be Carlos from Resident Evil, but I was struggling so hard and the paper was getting like, yeah, I erased it too much, so I was like, I gave up. And I was gonna come back to it, but I never came back, so this page is empty. This is Mickey, Bite-Sized Sponge's OC. That's the Discord server I'm in her server. You guys should join it. She's pretty cool, and everyone in there is pretty cool, but there's a lot of minors, so beware. Yeah, I drew this for Valentine's Day in class because I was gonna draw a real thing for Valentine's Day, but it was gonna be too much of it. So it's like this guy, and he's thinking about his girlfriend, and he's giving her kisses, and she's like, stop. And then somebody asked me to draw their hand because I said I can draw hands. So I drew it in like 2 minutes, and they were like, what? That's so fast. And I don't know why I put it in here upside down, but yeah. This one I drew because I was playing the game called Date with Death, and this is my avatar, and this is Casper, the Grim Reaper, who was like, I guess, the love interest. Oh my god, I'm totally exposing myself with this sketchbook, but yeah, I don't know. That game is funny because you can bully him. It sounds bad that I say that, but yeah. This one I did a redraw of an old picture from my other sketchbook, which I think it was from the one that I didn't do a sketchbook tour for. So yeah, I really like this drawing actually, but a lot of people said they liked the original one better. I'll put a picture of it on the screen so that you guys can see what it looks like, but yeah, I don't know. I still like it. And this is Rocky. It's not Rocky like Rocky the boxer. It's Raki. I think he's Ukrainian. Yeah, he's supposed to be Ukrainian. Yeah, I drew him leaning against the wall and just chilling. And he has braces, so I drew his mouth open with braces because he always has his mouth closed in the pictures I draw of him. And he's a hall monitor in my story. This one, this page is kind of crazy. Under here, I drew, my OC out again, but this is like kind of like an ugly version of him, but yeah, I don't know. Then I drew these ones from, this was somebody from the Discord server. This was Chun Jin from Muson Fame. It's a webtoon, and this is Yuhan from Muson Fame. Yeah, I just drew it. I don't know. They look kind of good. I kind of like that art style, but it was just bothering me how long their chins were. So I kind of fixed the anatomy on these pictures, but I don't know. I like these frames were the ones I liked, so I drew them. Me and my friend were drawing Duolingo as human. If I can, I'll put the picture on the screen of her version of Duolingo as human, but it was way cuter than mine. But I drew this one, and yeah, I wish I had done it on a white paper and put it in because it looks really odd with all the different colors going on. And I didn't even have my colored pencils because I drew it at church, so I had to use what they had there, which was like limited options. Then we've got Kieran Culkin, because after I watched Scott Pilgrim, I was like, yeah, it's Kieran Culkin, you know. I don't know if you guys have seen him, but I don't know. I like how he looks better when he's younger, but yeah, so I drew him this iconic picture, and I also put this on Pinterest underneath where that picture was that I found, but yeah, I don't know. So I pasted it in here. And this was like a themed spread, I guess. I never did themed spreads, but then I drew this somebody's Roblox avatar, and it looked pretty good, so I put it in here. This is a Chinese New Year coin envelope. What's it called? Like a red pocket or whatever. My teacher gave it to me at school. And it used to have chocolate in there, but I ate it. This is somebody else's Roblox avatar as human. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not that good at drawing girls. Ignore this. I was trying to draw this picture, but I didn't use the proper reference, so it looks kind of odd. This was somebody else's OC that I tried to draw, and it doesn't really look like them. I wish I did a better job. This is somebody else from the Discord server that I drew, and this was Pepsi Cherry that I tried, and it doesn't really taste like cherry. But I don't know. I don't really like Pepsi as much as Coke because it always makes my stomach hurt. Random guy. This is Hyunjin from Stray Kids. Me and my friend were both drawing him. I don't know. I don't think I have the photo of her version of him. But yeah, we were trying to draw him. And I used the white gel pen on this, and I don't know why it reacted with the pen and it turned it blue. So some of the parts are like blue. I don't know why. I was trying to do alcohol marker practice, but I didn't want to ruin my own drawing, so I took printed some like sketches off Pinterest to use. Let's practice. And yeah, I really hate this one because the alcohol marker was not layering. It was not layering. This was also another Pinterest reference, I think, and it did not turn out very good. Me and my friend were doing like, you do the sketch, the other person does the line art. So I drew this one, and she did the line art for them, and she drew this one, and I did the line art for them. Yeah, this is my friend's OC again. He told me that he never even drew it again after that one time. But yeah. Then this is 2D from Gorillas again, but this time he's wearing my clothes because I wore this outfit one day, so I drew him in it. This is somebody else's OC from the Discord that I drew for them. And I don't know, I don't mind it, but the head is just something about it. I think the head is too big. I drew this beautiful picture of Absinthe, and my friend edited it into like a magazine cover for me, which I'll insert the picture of that one on the side as well. And this picture, I really liked it, and so I used it to practice my coloring. Yeah, the artist is there. I printed it off Pinterest, and I just colored it with my alcohol markers. This picture of Oud I drew, and I turned it into a sticker. I actually have the stickers here. Oh, I taped it closed. Well, they're in here. But yeah, I got stickers made of this one because I really liked it, and I don't know, I still like it, but I wish I didn't put the fire over his mouth because he looked so good before, and I ruined it. This is also him, but he's just being nonchalant in this one. This is like how he looks like when he's not in like his Inferno mode, which is this would be Inferno mode. Then me and my friend, we were gonna make like a hotel comic. Well, we were making OCs for the hotel. So this was the girl, and she's like the front desk worker, and this is the guy, and he's like the doorman, but he's like has two sides to him. So this were like the rough sketch, but we never went further with that. This is me and my other friend, we were making these OCs, and this is like, he's a gardener and this guy's a mechanic. This is Marek, and this is Eucalyptus Cal Jones. He's a gardener. Then this is how he looks like. He's like an old man. Well, not an old man. He's 37, but yeah, I gave him this pose because I wanted him to hold the shovel, but I think the pose I chose, because it was a girl doing the original pose, it makes him look so zesty. And this is like his tan or whatever, and yeah, I put the blush because he's standing in the sun, but yeah, it just looks so zesty. I should have done a different pose because I don't think he would pose like that. I really hate this page. This is Shadow, and this is Sonic, and yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen the original picture of this, but it's like Sonic at the DJ table or whatever, and these are the gold rings. I just put them to fill up the extra space, but yeah, this is like if they were human, and I really hate these human versions. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that, but I hate it. This is my other OC from my police comic, Hankin, and well, Hank for short. I kind of regret naming him Hankin because it's kind of a weird name, but whatever. So this was like that thing where it's like, what's in the bag? So I put like what he has in his bag, and he's kind of broke, so he has $1, $2, and like some cents in there. He uses a flip phone because he's stupid, so he can't figure out smartphones. How can a dumb person use a smartphone? It doesn't work. This is like his police badge. He got 2 bottles of water in there, his keys, extra gloves. He wears these gloves because he has anemia and he's always cold. And a sandwich, and it's not in anything. It's just free in the bag. Yeah, I don't know. I messed up here because I made him look kind of emo because his eye bags are so deep, but he doesn't really look like that. And he's supposed to kind of look more happy, so I don't know. I really messed up how he looked. And so he's doing like when you hold your fingers up to check which way is left. So he's like, which way is left again? And yeah, I made him put drip. He's got Jordans on. This is like, yeah, his off-duty look. My other friend thought this was a comic, but I just sectioned the pigs. And this is Rocky and Adeline, my two OCs from my book, and they're like on a date or whatever. It was this pose, but it looks kind of like I messed it up. This is Absinthe dragging Rhea somewhere, and he's like, "Come with me now," and she's like, "Wait." I hate this one too because I didn't use a reference because I couldn't find a proper reference for this pose. This is just some random guy and a random girl. This is Out doing his piercings by himself. I don't know if you guys can see it properly, but yeah. It's like when he was younger. I assume like maybe when he was like 17, because like right now he's like canonically he's like 25. Then this is some awkward pose I took off Pinterest to fill the extra space. I made this OC inspired by Everskies, which is another fashion game I play, and I just needed like a model OC to wear the outfit. So this is Cole Keller, but it's spelled like Coal, and I regret naming him Keller as the last name because Helen Keller or whatever. But yeah, this is what he looks like. I don't have much to say about that. Yeah. And I drew him again, and it looks so ugly, so I didn't color it, but I really like how the line art turned out. And I posted this, and somebody said femme queen, so I guess he's a femme queen. I don't know. I did this one for a art collab with somebody, and I'll put the picture up of how the final collab looked like, but I really hate this picture. This is my Sona, but it doesn't really look like him. This is Rocky again, but like a ugly version, I guess. Then I did these of my OC's features, and somebody said that all of them look the same, and I was like, what? They don't look the same. I guess because of how I draw noses, it kind of made them look the same, but they're different. They're different. This is the picture of Out that I drew in the last like that draw with me one, and yeah, I really like this picture, but I don't know. Somebody said he's kind of freaky because of what he's saying. Or like not freaky, but he's like, I don't know. I don't remember what the exact word was, but like flirty or something. And I was like, oh no, I made him look too gentle. He's supposed to look more scary. But yeah, I like this photo. This is me and my friend were trying to draw each other's art style. So I redrew her picture and of her OC Sandra, and I drew Sandra in my art style to compare. And I actually put Sandra in my and Francisek, the one from the other thing. They're both in my in my comic about Aud as like cameos. This is a random page. I tried to do that like airbrush art style again, but yeah. This is a kind of okay photo that I did randomly. This was this random guy on Instagram, and I had screenshotted this, so I was trying to draw it, but something about the like perspective is off. This is Sonia else's OC from the Discord. This is Adeline. If she was like light skinned, I think I might make her light skinned. Originally, I don't even decide what was she gonna be, but I think she'll be light skinned. But Rhea is like Hispanic, and Palinka's Hispanic. Rocky is Ukrainian. Absinthe is like white. I don't know what, like British or something. Carson is Filipino. This is a random drawing I did at church, and my mom got mad at me for drawing. This was for our art trade, and this person does commissions, and I was waiting for her to draw to draw Aud for so long, and she never drew him. So I'm kind of upset that I forced myself to draw this full page of her OC because I didn't even want to draw it. Yeah, she basically ghosted me. Then I drew this random sketch, and the page was looking so empty, so I filled it up with some background, random thing in the background. This is supposed to be like his side profile, but it looks too flat. I don't know why I couldn't fix it, so I just left it. And this is we did it. I did free commissions, so this was the first one. It was a mini comic of my friend's OCs. And so this one is a queen, and this one is like her lady in waiting, I think. And she's like a spy, so she came to visit her in her room, and she's like, hey, and then she comes in, and she's patting her for her to sit in the bed with her. This one, yeah. Oh no, I ripped it. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, I didn't think it was gonna rip. Okay, this one took me so long to finish because I couldn't decide how to color it, and in the end, I basically ruined it. So it's out again, but it's like in weird lighting. This was somebody else's OC I drew for a free commission. He's supposed to be kind of like, almost kind of like absent, like a dumbish kind of character. Silly. Yeah. And everyone kept asking me, what does his shirt say? And it says, I love men who whimper. I couldn't tell them that because it's kind of sus, but now you guys know. I hope my friends don't see this. And he's like, what happened to my last 1 cent? And his wallet is empty. Man, I gotta remember to tape that back later. Yeah, somebody else's OC I drew, but it was like from a Roblox avatar, and I did not have these colors in pencil crayon, so I used acrylic marker, and I kind of hate how it turned out, but they said they liked it, so I guess it's okay. Then I drew Nanami for my other friend as a free commission, and this one took so long to draw, and I used watercolor paper, and the pencil crayons on watercolor paper kind of doesn't work. This was somebody else's OC I did for an art trade. They drew Absinthe really nicely for me, so I was like, I gotta do so much effort and give them a good one. And it kind of looks like my, Sona, but it's not. This is our pastor. He was leaving. One of their pastors, he's gonna leave, so I drew him, saying farewell. This is Absinthe. I drew it at church as well. And this is Choso from Jujutsu Kaisen, and I really, really, really like this photo. This is probably one of my favorite photos in the sketchbook. I don't know why. It was like a quick 20-minute sketch, but it looks so good. And then I was reading this, I guess it was a manhwa or something. It's called Kaylin's Revenge and the Foxes... Foxes... I don't know. Basically, the fox turns human and he tries to repay his debt to the girl who saved him, and she's like an author and whatever. And I really like that manhwa. It's so good. And so I drew Power Fox. That's his name, the fox, and he's so cute. I drew him twice. I can barely do him justice. And she gave him like a fox shirt, so he was so happy. So I drew it. Yeah, this is a random guy that I drew at the field placement awards where I went because I nominated my supervisor. I drew this side profile at church, and it looks so good. I don't know how it turned out so good, but yeah, I need to get that skills back. This was for my last video. I did a thumbnail for it, and I'm so happy. Thank you guys for watching that video. It was probably one of the I don't even know what to say, but I'm really glad you guys enjoyed that video because I thought it was gonna be kind of a miss, but yeah, so many people watched that video, and I was so happy when I saw that you guys were enjoying it. This is out again, and he's like, I don't know, it's like a photo shoot type of pose, so I did it like them cameras did a flash, and it's like shadow on the background type of thing. The pose was kind of weird, so it was really hard to draw him in that pose, but I just found that pose on Pinterest. Then this one is somebody's like magic girl OC that I did, and she actually has a YouTube channel, which I'll link it. I'll put the ad if I can find it. I don't remember. But yeah, she really liked this drawing I did of her OC, and I think it turned out really good actually. So this is just, oh my god, it keeps doing this. Outside profile, because I never imagined what would he look like from the side. And I guess he would probably look something like this. I tried to draw this as my old art style, and what? Even the eyes started getting unsymmetrical. So I think maybe it was a good thing I changed it. Because I used to draw the faces really unsymmetrical. This was somebody else's OC from the Discord. I think it was for free commission as well. Then this I drew, and somebody was like, wow, this is like, you should draw an anime or something. I was like, you mean a manga? But it kind of looks like if I'd made a blue lock OC. I don't know why. I drew this to fill up the space with acrylic paint markers. Yeah, my color theory is really bad, as you can see. Okay, this is another one of my favorite drawings, which I drew my friend's OC in like a, I don't know, background. It's mostly background, but it took me so long to just draw this background, but I'm really glad at how it turned out because I really like how it looks. And I absent again, but he's sassy this time. Because I drew him in this pose, and the pose was kind of zesty, so I was like, I have to counter the zestiness with like a masculine outfit, you know. So I put a suit on him. I pretended like he's waiting like this for Rhea to come because he's trying to impress her, and then probably Carson is taking the photo, and he's like, can I stop holding this pose yet? And he's like, nah, because you gotta get the angles, you know. So yeah, I really like this one, but it's kind of silly. Then this was gonna be, well, yeah, it's like that ant meme, which I'll put it on the screen. That ant meme, and it's like how I feel trying to get interested in OC lore, and it's like my Sona holding the OC lore, and he's like, sigh. But I think I'm gonna redraw this thumbnail. It was gonna be a thumbnail for a video, and I don't know, I'm kind of lazy to do OC lore. I don't even think you guys want to hear about that, but yeah, I'm probably gonna redo it because this one I did it wrong. This is just a random sketch that I did to fill up the rest of the space, and I don't know why it turned out so good, but yeah, I did that whole thing without a reference for the clothes or for the pose, so it kind of is it's like a tiny bit off, but I think I'm improving. This is my OC Jose that I drew. I was gonna finish this drawing, but I was so like and this day when I drew this, I lost my good eraser, and I'm so mad. I've been kicking myself ever since then because I've been like dying without that eraser, and I don't know if any of you guys watch my vlog channel, but yeah, I went on a mission to try and find it, and they said it's only gonna come back in June, so I'm waiting. Okay, this is somebody else's dog as a human, and we did art trade, so I drew their dog as human, and they drew out for me. And then I drew Absinthe with long hair, because I was like, I wanted to see what it would look like, and this picture turned out pretty good for a sketch. Then I drew this pose here randomly, and so I was like, who should I put there? And I just put Absinthe because he's silly like that. This was a random sketch I drew because I was watching this dance video or something, and they were kind of dressed like that, so I drew this girl. Oh my gosh, this is like another one of my favorite pages. I think it turned out so good. It was supposed to be like Fruitager Arrow, so this is Fruitager Absinthe. Yeah, I'm mad because I used the gel pen to do over the file names here, and you cannot even read it because it wasn't opaque enough. But yeah, I did these bubbles with, and it's like clicking on the screen, and he's wearing like a Y2K outfit because I wanted to refashion him, but this is like college version Absinthe, so this is like his high school version throwback picture, and then it's like Facebook. It's supposed to be like Facebook. And he's like, throwback, hashtag yearbook, hashtag high school years. And then Palinka's like, love this, hashtag super cute. And Ria's like, wow, you look so dumb in this one, XD, hashtag glow up. And then Carson is like, what a sucker, hashtag BFF by accident. And yeah, he's holding his little braid, which I changed his long hairstyle because I thought this one might suit him better, the braids. And he has those binder clips in his hair, like these things, which yeah, but it's like this format of it. Yeah, and I didn't do my regular line art for this one. I did colored line art, and I don't know, it looks good, but it looks so pastel in a way. Like, I don't know, I like the black lines. But this, I tried to do that interactive thingy. So this is a CD and it kind of spins, which is kind of cool. I was like fidgeting with this. Then I drew, I didn't put tape on this so it wouldn't rub, but this is like some ball jointed dolls, which is why it says BJD here. But I was supposed to draw this with my friend, but I don't think she's gonna finish it because she said she wasn't motivated. So I drew it, and I messed this up because I couldn't erase the blush, so it's so like too much blush. But yeah, it's like a vampire doll eating the chocolate, and then like he just had an umbrella. And yeah, boring decor in the background because I was lazy and I had to fill the space. Yeah, and this is the last page. I drew this with crayon at my work while I was waiting for the kids to wake up, and this is Bria, but like she had her hair down, and I don't know if it really looks like her because I couldn't get the crayon to do like the details. This is Leon, because why not? And then this is Absinthe and Carson saying goodbye, and he's like, one last word to the fans, and Carson's like, yeah, see ya. And Absinthe's like, pip pip cheerio, see you next time. And Carson's like, that was so embarrassing, never say that again. And so yeah, that's the end of the sketchbook. I hope you guys enjoyed this sketchbook tour. As usual, this is like my dollar store, oh, why did I say it like that? My dollar store sketchbook. And unfortunately, the next one I have is the same kind, but they changed the paper and it's not white anymore, so I might get a different one to use. But yeah, I don't know. Until then, I have to use the other one because that's what I have. And yeah, there's no stickers on here because I never put stickers on my sketchbooks because, as you can tell, they get kind of roughed up, and I don't want my stickers to get damaged, so I usually just leave it as is. But I did decorate this one with acrylic marker. So yeah, that's really it for the sketchbook tour. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what your favorites, your favorite page was. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.